You are now listening to Diary of a Wine Addict with Pearllie Hart.
Have you ever been walking for hours? You're parched, you're knackered, you're tired. Your legs feel like logs of wood and they grumble as you thwart, as you walk past. And not just that, the sun seems very generous with its scorching heat. You're just looking for anything that resembles a shade. And then wait, you finally spot one. You find something that looks like a shade and you take your grumbling legs towards it. And when you get in, first you're ushered with this cool ambience that seems to engulf you in an embrace. And it's not just that, you notice a very chilled bottle of red wine in distress just waiting for you. Or for the normal folks, a chilled bottle of water. Yeah. And everything seems like it was meant to be. Well, friends, that is exactly how I feel starting this podcast. You see, for many years, well, I'm not saying many, like I'm that old, but for years, I've actually been looking for an opportunity to start this podcast, to make this dream a reality. And I realize now that it was missing one crucial factor, and that is I didn't just start. Now, this podcast is not going to be a motivational podcast, God no. But if you feel motivated at all, then that's great. And so with that in mind, our very first episode of this brand new podcast is going to be titled Start. Just start. How befitting. We are just starting. When you start, things start to fall in place. They really do. And even if they don't, that's okay. At least you started. Things don't have to be perfect. Things don't have to be completely ready. You just need to start. You're watching me right now, or you're listening to me right now, and I can guarantee you that you have a particular idea in mind. Out of all ideas you probably have swimming inside your head, you have one particular one that you're probably thinking about executing. Let me tell you something. Do you know that I can almost guarantee that about 1,500, that's about 1,500 people around you also have that same similar idea. The only difference between you and them is who executes faster. So while you're busy sitting on your palms, somebody else is trying to execute that same idea that you already have. You just got to start. It doesn't matter starting small. In fact, I think it's very important you start small actually, because that way you build your way up, and not only that, you have a solid foundation to stand on. So you don't have to be completely ready. I'm not completely ready. I'm nervous. I'm shaky. I don't have all the equipment I need. It's not the way I've pictured it in my head, but it is in my head, and I've got to bring it out in life or in real life. So it's important that you start, no matter how small. With that being said, allow me to introduce to you the Diary of a Wine Addict with Pearllie Hart. I am super excited, guys. This podcast is going to be very unconventional, not the usual podcast, you know. I'm going to be giving you very unpopular opinions, because like I said, I'm very unconventional. I'm very weird, but it's a safe space, all right? So it's like wine, like relaxation, like calm. You know, you literally just have to let yourself, just let it go. Go with the flow, go with the blend, go with the taste, go with the luxury and the sophisticated texture. That is what this podcast is all about. Being safe, being comfortable, and just voicing out your own opinion. So guys, expect me to be very brutal in my candor. Expect me to be very honest, give my honest opinions, give my honest thoughts. And this introvert would not hold back, I promise you that. So in a world filled with popular trends and opinions, it is important to note that we first exist as individuals. And with that being said, expect a lot of unrestrained laughter, ugly tears, uncontrolled ugly tears. Expect a lot of small and heavy gulps of wine, as usual. Yeah, and just expect everything honest. And that is what this podcast is all about. Are you ready? I don't think you are ready. Nah, you're not ready. Are you ready? Why don't you show me how ready you are in the next episode? You've been listening to Diary of a Wine Addict with Pearllie Hart.